Hey, we are live in Byhalia, Mississippi. Sweet Swan of Mine Distributing. And Mark Lambert's got his mouth full of some of this good old top-notch Chris Lytle pizza. Chris Lytle, you know that guy that won the world championship at the SCA? Never heard of him. Well, if you hadn't, we got him in the house.
You mean that pizza guy?
That pizza guy.
I didn't watch that show.
How many bands did they give you? We're going to stack about that time?
That's it.
Well, God, I need a plate or
Right
Need
here.
a boat.
All right. That's a yacht. All right. So Chris Lytle is in the house. Let's get on chat. Let's see. Make sure that somebody's watching.
Somebody's watching us?
Now, if y'all don't know this guy, he's a barbecue guy and a steak guy, but is a pizza guy that pays the bills, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Pizza pays the bills.
So top-notch pizza.
Actually, the nurse pays the bills.
That's right.
And insurance.
This is just a hobby. Top-notch pizza, Vernon, Alabama, home of the SCA newest world champion.
Pizza and barbecue.
Pizza and barbecue. So show that hardware that you can't find at Ace. It might have been sponsored by Ace, but you can't buy it there.
You can't buy it there.
You can't buy it.
You can buy everything to do it.
You can buy everything to do it there, including White Lightning, Southern Thunder, and
Right there.
that's it.
And
Now-
that's on that pizza.
You can tell. Beefy. Man, we got people watching, chiming in like crazy. And so what you might not know is that Alan Smith brought me a case the day it came out, brought me a case of Southern Thunder, and I told him, I said, the world champion will be using Southern Thunder. That's what I said. Alan, did I not say it?
What I say?
What I say?
What else?
And what happened?
Look.
What happened?
Look.
What happened? That's right. So I can't be any more proud of this guy. He's earned it.
Check that pizza.
He's earned it. He definitely earned it. And he said this at awards, but I'm going to ask you again. How many wins did you have before Sunday night?
Zero.
Zero. You know,
None.
like my granddaddy used to say when buying a truck, I'm going to make this one payment count. And you made that one
I
win
made that
count.
one win
didn't you? So,
hot.
Pepperoni, huh?
pepperoni.
The OG
We
of
better
pizza.
cut that on something.
There's a board right over there.
Where's
on
that board at?
Well,
Yeah.
What is this?
why y'all
That's a
figuring
little-
it out?
That brisket.
And so when we said that when Chris said he was going to come be on the show, we said, what do y'all want to cook? We said pizza.
Pizza.
We talked about deep frying ribeyes for anybody that knows anything about a deep fried ribeye. But instead, we decided to cook pizza.
Yeah.
It's very well received.
I am so glad we did.
We figured it'd take too long to make the brown gravy injection for a deep fried ribeye.
Oh, he going like Little Caesar style.
They going
Yeah.
to Chicago on that deal.
We're gonna make sure everybody gets a little something. We got a few made over there.
We got Raz Brass on online tonight. I want to congratulate Raz Brass for his 600 Raz dogs
In 15 minutes.
in 15 minutes, done by him and the Brass Army.
I was in the Army.
You were in the Army, and all the proceeds went to a pediatric cancer. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that right? Pediatric cancer. So, awesome job by everybody that was in on that.
Why do I like that better?
Put that down on the floor
It don't
because they're
make
gonna
sense.
need that board here in a minute.
Because that's pepperoni. And then the other one you ate was brisket. You eat brisket every day of your life. Or you cook brisket every day of your life.
That's why I like this better.
That's why you like that one better.
Yeah, that's my jam. That's Scott Guy jam. You better read Scott Guy. Pepperoni pizza come out.
I might know where one or two more than that.
Look. Goodness.
There he is.
There's Scott Guy.
Pepperoni pizza, Scott guy.
He knew it.
We might sprinkle a little onion powder on it.
That's Scott guy, no O.
Hold the O. So we're eating early in the show tonight. We might eat all night.
We're gonna eat the whole show.
The whole show.
There's a few pizzas made over there.
We got pizza coming out the whole night. We're gonna talk to Chris. Probably talk to everybody that competed in Texas here. Chris, leading up, did you do anything different than you normally do for these stakes? Did you prepare any different? Did you?
No, nothing different
Other than the thunder.
other than the Southern Thunder.
Well, you've been using Thunder for a couple.
I'm not at liberty to say.
I gotta
Last
stop
time,
talking and stop eating. One of them two gotta happen.
I'm not at liberty to say how long I've been using Southern Thunder.
I understand.
All the weekend.
I understand.
I said something the other night about how long I've been using Southern Thunder, and one of my partners, I'm not going to mention who, but I think it was Alan Smith, said, "You don't supposed to tell how long you've been using it, Chris."
Well, I mean, there had to be,
We had to test it.
there had to be research and development. The
That's
R&D had to be done, and
That's right.
there's nobody else that's better to do that than run it on your team, and that's what they got a good team for. Tim and Sandy Brown and Chris Lytle and amongst others,
Carter and Huntley and
Carter and Huntley and Matt O. I'm gonna leave somebody out
Yeah,
if I start naming names, but you got a team all over the
How do
country.
you say it? How do you say Matto?
They recorded me on the video.
Boy, you was pumped,
I
wasn't
was. I sat right beside him when we was waiting on to see who made finals, and he told me, he said, "I didn't do it, Lytle." He said, "My stake was over." I said, "You got it, Matto." And then they called my number, and I got up there, and then when his was first, I was pumped.
I'm gonna tell you, it's been said a lot. I don't think I've seen that kind of support from other people, this bigger group. We kind of said it during Stake Church. You can't get 40 people to agree on anything together, but somehow y'all's group is so close and cheer for each other. And
Them Curds are a close second.
yeah, them cheese curds are a
Cheese
close
curds,
second, but
they do
I
some
mean, that Lightning gang is pretty good too now.
it's unbelievable how supportive they are. A little bit more rough around the edges.
Look.
Hey,
But yeah, you saying that, and I was going to say that at some point tonight. The whole group, the support that they give each other, and they gave me and Trish. She won second place in the Cowtown. That was pretty phenomenal too.
That's right.
The support that they give is unreal.
now I'm gonna tell you my story a little bit real quick.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt you one more time. Jen, Candace, Trish gets a little credit, but Jen and Candace, they don't get no credit. They hold us all together a lot of
Oh, no
times.
doubt.
No, it's always
They're
good
always in
women
the
that are
back there.
glue now.
They're always in the background.
Batter up.
We're gonna need that sauce.
We're gonna need. Oh my god.
Chicken,
No, that's brisket.
brisket again.
Okay. This cheesy piece right here is just.
That's got double garlic butter on it.
All of them
Yeah.
But you can see it. Let me see it.
do. Let me see it. And if you look real close, you see that red on that. You know what that is?
The thunder.
That's the thunder.
From down under.
And all, but anyway, all the wives of White Lightning, they don't get the credit to let us go out and do what
I
we
mean,
get,
just to
we
put
get
up
to
with
do.
y'all.
Are you right?
Trish gets that credit every day.
I lost
She
the
gets
water.
she gets more credit than I do most of the time because she usually whoops me. I just got lucky this week.
Yeah. Well,
It was just your day.
I think
The good Lord was with me that day. That's all I can say.
One piece of pepperoni left. Who wants it?
Now
Oh,
Mark
that's
Lambert's
good.
going to tell his story,
Who wants pepperoni?
and I'm really scared to hear it.
You got it.
well,
So, right after state finals turn in,
see, he's gonna tell it. I wasn't.
right after finals turn in, I don't know, I'm walking back and forth or something, and here comes this dude up. He's grinning like a cat that ate the canary. And he's grinning, and he comes up, puts his arm around me, and he goes, "You ought to see the steak I just turned in." He said, "I'm gonna tell you, Tim Brown says the best looking steak." He said, "I got a shot."
That's right.
He said, "I think I got it. I think I got it." And I said, "Damn." That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
calling it early.
I was like, man, is confident. I said, I ain't never called my shot like that really. Well, one time, but it was a fishing deal. But it's like the natural. You point it at the fence.
Yeah.
And that joke, he said, I think he got it a little bit later. He come by. He goes, man, I don't know. I feel like breakdancing.
I learned it from Eric. Eric taught me how to call my shot.
And he was all fired up. And then we're getting ready to walk into the awards. And this joker says, you know what? They really should just go on and give me that sheet because I know my name's on top of it. They just need to go on and give it to me. Go ahead
and show
it. Did a whole lot
Get it
faster
over
to
with,
get
yeah.
this over with. I really can't wait. I know my name's on top of that sheet. They just need to show it to me. And I said, oh, here we go. This joker is on fire.
You should have heard him after
And then as they get down to first place, and literally I did this, they started calling that first place ticket number, and I look over my shoulder back at him, and all of a sudden, of course, there's like 35 people all jumped up. So I couldn't tell for sure if it was him or not. I looked at Ashley, I said, if that's Chris Lytle, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, we had already talked about, Mark calls me the steak panda. And when I go up and get a call, when I get a call, I go in a tumble like situation.
I expect him to somersault.
Yeah.
Backhand
and
springs.
we called Chris Lytle. We was going to call him steak panda too. And he was going to go in full tumble.
God almighty.
I don't know if I could have. I had so many people holding on to me.
Oh, yeah. It was like you were floating to the stage.
I did float to the stage. I'm
It
still.
kind of took, but it took 15 minutes for you to get to the stage.
They mentioned that in the other podcast Tuesday night. They was talking about how long it took for me to get to the stage.
Yeah. Well, I told this story a while ago. I said I thought that it was two of y'all in the same camp. I won't necessarily say who the other person was, but I thought it was. Yeah, I will. It was Eric. I thought it was Eric. But I thought it was two of y'all in the same camp. And then I turned around and saw this lady standing on the stage. And I was like, oh, no, it's just one of them. She had already won. So, hey, and also, we hadn't mentioned,
We got to give
congratulations to Stacy Crawl.
That's right.
She's a world champion. Also, she deserves every bit of the accolades, too. So,
That's
Congratulations
People
to
get
both
cold. Who wants some?
Yeah.
Congratulations to Stacy because she deserves just as much as I do. Scott Guy, this is one without onion on it. Scott, it's on.
Oh, it's about to go in some plates.
yeah, somebody's fixing to pick it up off the marble for sure.
Brisket pizza with no onion, Scott.
It don't matter.
I'm telling you guys.
He's
You better hurry.
You better.
There's a line.
It's going to be gone just like that.
There's so many people. There's so many people that have congratulated you.
There has.
I mean-
it's been overwhelming the number of people that's messaged me, called me, Facebook Messenger, text, everything.
And I think what it is everybody knows you, but everybody also knows of how much work you put into this and how much work you put into everything you do. Whether it's top notch, whether it's Boars Night Out, you're the overnight guy, whether it's SCA steak cooking, and really you were traveling along with Miss Trish. Miss Trish was on a golden ticket run, trying to push to get her golden ticket, and all of a sudden Chris was kind of heating up a little bit. And I think you got hot at the right time, just like we talked about any other. Golly, that looks good. That's supreme, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're not missing pizza. The Steak Prince. This is mine, right? This is my kind of pizza right here. If it had mushrooms on it, I'd be about it. Oh, it does?
It does have mushrooms
Oh, I'm
on it.
about it.
Any people like kind of food.
Yeah, I like all of it.
Chris,
Yeah.
remind me, refresh
What?
my remembering about where y'all was headed when I met y'all.
All right. Now, when we met, I found you online and I called you about Meadow Creek Smokers.
Right.
And we had a
But
probably
that was over the phone.
that was over the phone, probably an hour and a half conversation. Me and Mark just talked, and that was when I was first getting into competition barbecue myself. Then I came up here and I bought the Meadow Creek 120,
That's right.
and I brought an enclosed trailer, and the stack was too tall. Remember, we
Yep.
had to jack it up and get it in there, and it was kind of a ordeal, but we made it happen. But to get started in state,
Yeah.
it was a weekend that Atoka was going on for NBN,
That's right.
and me and Trish were going to Millington for a KCBS comp.
Millington. Okay.
I think it was Millington.
I knew it was KCBS close to here.
No, it wasn't Goat Days.
Toka?
Satoka?
KCBS. Both of them same time.
I know, but.
But it wasn't Goat Days, was it? No, because it
Around
was.
the lake, that's Somerville.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
Bull Moose.
Yeah, the Bull Moose. That's what it was. So we were headed there, and we was going up early because we was gonna stop by here. We stopped by here to visit you. Scott Guy was here. There was a few more guys here, and y'all were getting ready to go to Atoka, but y'all were practicing stake. It was 2018. Stake had, I mean, it had been going on for a little bit. Eric had just won his world championship, and y'all were practicing stake. Well, Trish was tired of just making boxes.
Yep.
And she wanted to do something, and she didn't really get to do a whole lot in barbecue. So we stopped by here, and y'all grabbed out a whole loin, and she was watching, and you and Scott said, Trish, come here. We'll show you what to do. And y'all showed her from the beginning all the way to the end. And
I remember.
during the barbecue contest, I think I actually texted Scott, and I said, Scott, where's the next steak cook-off? He said Tuscaloosa. And he told me where to sign up, so we had to sign up. And I had to call you and buy 2 PKs, and Scott brought them to Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's cost me a whole lot of money.
You got it covered.
It's Mark Lambert.
You thought you broke even by now or not?
No, I ain't broke even by that.
That pizza right there.
That was that and that
my-
pepperoni for me.
And to tell another story about it, that was yeah, she still cooks on that same PK, and she will not go away
I
from
don't
it.
know.
Uh,
Bad, huh? It's patina. We got Panther.
Aluminum,
Our-
carbonized steel.
our first cook-off was in Tuscaloosa. Our second cook-off was over at the Elk Creek at Elk Creek over at Nesbitt. And that's where I met Alan and Eric and Johnny Joseph. And we were set up side by side cooking barbecue.
Yep.
And steak. And that was my first call. It was my second contest, my first call. Finished 4th place and lost my ticket.
Lost your ticket.
You
I
remember
remember.
that?
I do remember.
Lost my ticket on my second.
What I
state
got in me?
contest.
Cheese?
No, some marinara.
Oh.
On my second state contest, lost my ticket. I'm gonna tell y'all, like I told everybody that whole night, I looked like a fat crackhead looking for my ticket all over the parking lot because I couldn't find it. But what I did is took a paper towel and stuck it in my back pocket when I cook all the time. Before I went to awards, I took the paper towel out of my pocket and threw it in the garbage.
Didn't you find it the next day?
Found it next
I
morning
thought so.
because I wouldn't let the trash man pick the trash up because I was looking for my ticket,
Golly.
and I found it in the garbage.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's where it all started.
Yeah.
And Mark Lambert cost me a ton of money
from then on out.
and got my wife addicted to cooking steaks.
Yeah.
We went down to the Bahamas. I finished second, and she finished 8th. Jen, she cooked for the first time. She finished 6th,
Yeah.
and then she quit. She was smart about
Tapped
it.
out early.
She cooked once, got a call, and quit.
Yeah.
That's what I told. Look, I told Eric if I won the world championship this year, especially when we thought it was a perfect score, I said my very first win, I win the world championship, and it's a perfect score. I'm done. I retired.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Well,
it wasn't a perfect score. It's just
The steak princess said that Tuscaloosa comp was her first cook. She finished 11th behind Scott Guy,
yep.
is what she said.
I didn't beat you. We competed against each other like at Bull Moose and places
Yeah.
like that. I didn't know you.
Right.
I met you here, 2019, when the MBBQA state
Yep.
competition.
You won it,
I
didn't you?
won one, walked in both, won
Yep.
one of them.
And I finished second in the one you won.
Yeah.
And Steve Noble.
Is this the 7 degrees of Chris Lytle?
Yeah, it is. That's right.
And then about 6 months ago, I met this fella named Southern Thunder,
Yeah,
and he changed my life.
he did. He did.
If you need your life changed, just use a little bit of Southern Thunder. It'll change your life.
Hey, we did it on brisket today, and it was most excellent.
It was awesome.
Yes.
I've been doing it on my brisket for about 6 months at the restaurant. I've been doing it on the brisket in my restaurant for about 6 months, and it's a game changer.
Pretty good.
Mike Ray said that was where he first met you was Tuscaloosa
Yep.
also.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mr. Mike from Aberdeen.
Now, I've never known you to be hard to approach. And I don't know when me and you met. I'm not sure. You are a little intimidating, I guess. If you don't know Chris Lytle, I guess, big dude, earring. You
Big
might
pussycat though.
Yeah. But Stephen Noble said he used to be afraid to talk to Chris and his wife. Great people, excellent cooks, good people are sometimes hard to approach, but let it fly, friends. Love you both.
Thank you. But never be scared to approach me. I promise.
Yeah.
I might be loud, but I'm not. Don't be scared to approach me. I'll talk to anybody. Just ask my wife. She gets mad at me anywhere we go. I just start talking, and she.
Brisket pizza,
I
y'all.
got to
More
put sauce on
Well,
it.
now,
Oh, sorry.
now I've always said, and they don't ask me, but I've always said that I think that the SCA should do more with their
Without
world.
sauce.
Without sauce. Michelle, the fancy pants over there wants one.
You pull one out.
Just
Pull one out
It's
that
fine.
just has a little bit of sauce.
All right,
Lick it off, baby.
Craig
Thanks, sir.
Harmon, my homies. Yes, man.
Harmon,
Uh,
man, if y'all ever around Nashville, y'all go check out his restaurant.
yeah.
I hadn't had the opportunity to get up there yet.
What are you doing this weekend?
Rested.
I hadn't had the opportunity to get there yet. We talk on the phone pretty regular about it. I see the pictures. Y'all get an opportunity. Y'all go up there and see that restaurant. Queued up 615. Is that the name? Ain't that
I
right?
think
That's
that's right.
air code. Yep.
Queued up 615. Y'all go up there and check it out because his food looks amazing.
Look, people attack this counter like we're running a CC's pizza. Every time they bring out new pizza, y'all. They bringing out new pizza.
It don't last but a minute.
It's too damn good.
Yeah,
Good.
that's right.
Good.
It's like when they put crab legs out at Southland.
That's right. Come on, there's a fresh batch.
I'm ready to go.
Brisket on the board.
Because everybody here's been to Buc-ee's this week.
That's right. Twice.
All right, what's your favorite? What's your go-to Bucky snack?
Go to Bucky snack.
Not like meal, but snack.
Oh,
I like
Every
nuggets.
nuggets.
well, jerky. You might as well consider a meal because it's $39 a pound.
I got mine's white cheddar cheesy poo.
I'm going Miller Lite.
I'm gonna tell
White
you.
cheddar cheesy poofs.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. We went. Me, Eric, and Alan went to the Ace show Tuesday. Left out of here Tuesday, and we did the Ace show Wednesday. Left out Wednesday night, going to Fort Worth to set up. Well, it was 10 o'clock at night, and we stopped by Buc-ee's. We really didn't need fuel, but that was Eric's excuse to stop by Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
And we hadn't ate dinner or nothing, and we cooked brisket all day long. And all I heard about all the way to Buc-ee's was this brisket taco. He was gonna have him a brisket taco for supper, and I'm thinking, man, we've had enough brisket. They don't want no brisket. Well, we get in there. They don't do brisket tacos, but at breakfast, I thought Eric Hodgson was gonna have a meltdown.
Well,
He was
You want a brisket taco from Buc-ee's?
he was
you get you a
disappointed.
Texas Philly cheesesteak.
He waited
Texas
till
cheesesteak burrito.
Monday morning to get that brisket taco from Buc-ee's, but he was gonna get it.
That's why he looked like he was on a mission when I saw him. He was like, here.
First thing we did, we filled up with fuel. We got done filling up with fuel. He said, we got to go in there. First thing we got to get is that brisket taco.
Yeah.
Because it was,
he was on the borderline of breakfast and
That's
lunch
right.
at that time.
Yeah.
Because we got tots and
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I got the brisket taco and then went and got fuel.
Yeah. You got to make sure.
they were
Well,
putting out fresh Texas cheesesteaks and they had tots left.
Yeah,
and right.
and they had tots. My wife was looking for the tots. and they only have those during breakfast. But then they had fresh Texas Philly cheesesteak burritos, and those
They
are
were special.
yeah. I had 2 of them on the trip.
Man,
one on the way there and one on the way back.
See, I do the combo. I do the brisket and egg taco, and then I go over and get me a jalapeno sausage and cheddar kolache to go with it on the side.
Oh yeah. I'm down
So
with that.
And
Raz
probably a pound of that.
Raz
jerky.
says beaver nuggets. Rob Fleming says sea salt and caramel beaver
Oh,
nuggets.
sea salt caramels are good.
Rob Fleming also says the roasted cinnamon and sugar pecans, which are
They're good.
pretty fire.
The milk chocolate covered pecans are good.
Yeah, the little dark chocolate sea salt caramel
Oh,
thing, little bites.
and the little beaver Reese's.
Yeah. You left that in my truck, by the way.
Oh, I did.
Half of it, yeah, it was melted.
Yeah.
That hot day on Tuesday melted that deal.
If my daughter was watching and she could comment, she'd say the beaver nuggets. We walked out of Buc-ee's, and Trish got on the phone with her, and she said, "Did y'all get me any beaver nuggets?"
Yeah,
And I said, "Why would we get you beaver nuggets?"
yeah.
She said, "Because I like them." Trish said, "You want us to go back in and get some?" And she said, "No, I'll just get them till I got them next time." But before we walked out the store, I done bought her beaver nuggets.
So.
Oh, what?
I'm sort of partial to these.
Them pecans.
And
Hey.
praline pecans.
Elton Gill says their banana pudding ain't too bad.
Oh,
I've never had banana pudding at Buc-ee's.
They're key in that cup.
That key lime.
All right, the key lime pie pudding stuff.
You hey, you pretty strong on that key lime flavor, ain't you?
I like a key lime myself.
I'm gonna tell you.
Hey,
Hey, when it's not 107 degrees outside, we're gonna have Eric back, and we're gonna make key lime pie, homemade ice cream. It was killer. You wasn't here. It was so dang hot. We had the show in there,
and it still wouldn't.
and it still no.
Well, if you want to do it before it turns 107, you better do it the next 3 weeks.
That's right. That's right.
75.
Yeah.
My sweat was.
Because I'm scared
My
summer's on
sweat
the way.
had beads on it. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
She wants me.
Who's trying to get our attention? Oh, trying to get the jalapeno honey jerky. I didn't know that was such a thing.
I'll tell you,
7 flavors.
Yeah.
The Texas-
Baskin Robbins there.
Texas style hill country turkey jerky
Yeah.
is really, really good.
What's this as?
I just can't bring some
Sausage?
sausage.
Oh my.
It's hard to bring myself to pay $30 a pound.
Yeah, that's right.
We had the cinnamon roll this time.
Oh, cinnamon roll,
Oh,
beaver
no, that's
head.
a meat lover.
Pecan cinnamon roll.
Pecans.
That's a pretty one. That's a meat lover show.
That's a nice one right there.
Look there. Look.
Look.
Get the truck, Cheryl.
I probably ought to cut this one in the square. I
Get the
figured this
chain.
one
Hook
out.
it to the deck.
Get to the day. All right. So, man, I tell you, Texas is always fun. The weather was not that great this time.
It's horrible.
I mean, you look over here, and I'm cooking under the tent. And I look over there, and Danny Kennedy is sitting in a poncho on a golf cart,
Waiting on people.
waiting on people. But he looked about miserable, man.
I seen a picture. I seen a video of Caitlin Crane doing hamburger buns, and water was running over her
Oh
feet.
yeah,
Did you see
yeah.
the video with David and Lou Holker?
Yeah.
I saw it today.
Yeah.
Lou was at barefooted. I couldn't do it.
A lot of the
There was Cambros going behind your trailer.
cooking sites were like Brad Pitt, river run through it.
Nope.
I
So,
can't wait to see the ark go down the road, I swear.
well, I know a guy.
Yeah.
It was over a foot deep underneath our trailer. Down that curve.
Down there where we were, we got
They're
everybody
good.
trained.
Yeah.
But why is the pepperoni better than any of it?
I got several people in the restaurant that'll tell you that pepperoni pizza is the best pizza I got on the menu.
I don't get it.
I'm gonna
Because
tell
you
you,
get all them good ingredients.
the pepperoni and cheese, you can't get much better.
No,
It's a really good pepperoni.
it's really good pepperoni.
One bite, the rule.
Uh-huh.
Prove it.
Yep.
Like your
I
pepperoni
give it
pizza over. I forgot
A
pepperoni. on that one.
9.3. A
That's the
9.3.
best pizza that he's made.
But
Jimmy Cherry and
I give it
leftover
50s
steak.
across
It
the
was
board
good.
and a 48 overall.
You must be judging ancillary, right?
Yeah. Nobody understands that.
No, they don't.
So did Chris.
So do I. So do I.
Um,
I
so
forgot about it for a few minutes though.
Bill Mann's chiming in. He's on with us tonight.
Mr. Bill.
I'm gonna tell you.
But look, I'm gonna tell you too one thing that we hadn't talked about, and I know it'll get talked about, but State Church at Fort
Oh,
Worth
yeah.
every year, it's awesome.
It was bigger and better this year.
Jody Davis is always a great one to listen to talk. Ashley, Mark, Charles Dabbs this year come out and gave out his testimony, and that, I mean, it was as powerful as it could be.
I don't think there was a dry eye after
It was definitely God was moving in that moment. Grown men were grown men were crying. It was completely fine. But Charles Dabbs, I'm gonna say I said it that morning. I'll say it again. It takes a lot of courage to stand up in front of strangers and tell that. But to stand up in front of your peers that you have to see week in and week out,
And air all your
and
skeletons.
air all your laundry, good and bad, that takes courage.
No doubt.
That takes a lot. And I commend him for it because someone needed to hear it. Whether they say it right now or not, somebody needed to hear it.
Whether directly or they need to pass it on.
Pass it on to somebody else, for
Right.
sure. So anytime you get an opportunity like that to hear something like that can change people's lives, it's always, like I said, those aren't goosebumps. Those are God bumps. You just don't get those opportunities like that to see that. And so,
And then we shouted out all this, a bunch of us with State that's done really well. I know we'll talk more about it tonight, but ancillary, we had a few folks on our team, Adam and Liz. They're both from Three Fingers Barbecue. They both finaled, and Adam, he walked the stage in finals. So you got to be proud.
there's a joke that I don't know there.
You got to be
somewhere.
proud of Three Fingers Barbecue on that one.
All right. And congratulations to the young, I can't remember her name. Probably Big Jim knows her name. The young lady from Australia.
Amanda.
Amanda.
That is our world champion ancillary.
Yep.
Comes from Australia and wins burger. I mean,
Yeah,
in
the most
Texas.
American food ever.
That's just amazing.
I was
Well-
hoping I made finals in that too, because I had one good burger and I done run the idea by Mark Lambert. And he's my ancillary information guy anyway. If anybody don't know, if you want to learn how to cook something outside the box, just call Lambert and ask him a question. There's a bunch more out there you can do it too. But Lambert's like a genius when it comes to doing something crazy and making it work.
Amanda Griffiths.
Yeah.
Griffiths. Yeah. Thank you.
And I will tell you, that burger was going to be deep fried.
Yeah. Oh, really? Boy, good gracious. Was it going to have boudin gravy on it?
No, it wasn't going to have
Oh.
boudin gravy.
Oh.
But it was going to contain gravy.
All right. So,
That's coming.
all right. So this is it. Mark Lambert found this place called Fix. It's in Fort Worth.
Kind of a little swanky area.
Kind of a little swanky stuff. They had biscuits, and they had something on there called boudin gravy.
Made to order buttermilk skillet biscuits.
All right, so Lambert brought us some back, and this was the best. This was one of the best gravies I've ever had, hands down. And you could taste the flavors of boudin in there, but it was just as creamy and smooth and wonderful.
What about that cinnamon roll with that whipped butter and sugar and
Oh yeah,
cinnamon?
yeah. It was pretty good. So next week we're gonna try this boudin gravy, and y'all probably want to come back.
Because there's going to be a pork chop about some boudin gravy.
So we're gonna do a seared,
Stuffed pork chop.
a sous vide. We're gonna do a sous vide pork chop, seared,
Did you look?
butter biscuits, and boudin gravy.
Maybe an egg about somewhere.
Yeah, there might be a fried egg on there somewhere. So
Oh, this is the
Boudin-
one Maynard made.
Maynard. Oh, this has got the Maynard goodie on it.
This has got the Maynard goodie.
Y'all know what Maynard goodie is? That's
Michelle done put her foot off in this banana pudding.
Maynard made this like mushroom stroganoff mixture,
Goodness.
and
Did he use that au jus of that brisket? Because you should have.
oh,
He did use the brisket.
Oh,
He didn't use. I don't know what else you used, but he did use brisket.
I like the miniature Niller wafers. That's a strong.
that gets an E for execution.
Yeah, that's right. If I was judging that, I'd
That's
be
a
like,
49 in execution all day long.
and I won't give you a 47 in overall impression.
You almost executed the banana pudding.
Let's see what Maynard.
49.
You're about to get executed.
Whoa. Uh-oh, is that it?
Y'all don't know that.
Ain't no good.
Oh, we have ate the whole show.
Oh my God, Maynard. Wow.
I bet Mark Lambert's eyes pop, so I gotta get some
Talk,
of that.
a lot
Hey.
more eat.
And this is
I
like
don't know. Wow.
when Mark Lambert says wow to something like this, it's like Tim Brown saying wow to a steak.
I shared this the other day while we were in Fort Worth. If you've gone to Fort Worth or you hadn't gone, if you ever go, there's this little place called Vickery Cafe, right?
I get you eating pizza again.
There's this little place called Vickery Cafe. Got some of the best breakfast I've ever had. I took Mark Lambert there.
Oh,
Tell him about what you had at the Vickery Cafe.
well, you better have a friend to share it with, or make sure you got like half a day to recuperate, because it's a pit ham steak this big around, about 3/8, half-inch thick, crispy bits all about it. And I pulled a Dusty Wally. I got this ham steak and I laid some buttery grits right on top of it and spread them out. And I took 3 over easy eggs and laid right over the top of that. And some of that, I told old girls, bring me some of that cheese that's folded in plastic. And we laid that in there and we mixed all that together and cut that ham steak up with it. And oh my God.
That's
That's
on
good right
time.
there, man.
New menu item.
This right here is legit. It's a nut. It's like a rich mushroomy.
That's crazy, dude.
That's full on Maynard.
All right. So me and Lambo and my wife were sitting there at this table, and we look over here, and they got this machine, this contraption over here, and it's got a big hopper on top, and it's squeezing them little small clementine oranges
Just fast as you can.
just fast as they go in there. And they got a big old basket full of them, and it's coming out, and it's all they're filling up pitchers and coffee mugs and all. I mean, coffee pitchers in there.
What do we figure is a $9,000 squeezing machine?
Yeah, we Googled it up. It's a $9,000 orange juice machine. And I'm telling you, I bet you, what they say, they sell like 1,000 glasses of orange juice a day
Something like that. Stupid.
at $3.29 for a small glass
A
of,
week.
1,000 cups a week. That's right. So this was the craziest good orange juice I've ever had in my life.
No doubt.
So next time we go to Fort Worth, next time y'all go to Fort Worth, please stop at Vickery Cafe. I stopped twice. We went twice on this trip. The first time I went was last year. Don't ever trust a skinny guy to tell you where to go eat.
That's right.
Okay?
Doing best witness.
Except that dude. That's the skinniest fat dude I've ever seen. And so I'm telling you, Vickery Cafe, I give it 10
out of 10.
10 out of 10, 5 stars, whatever you want. Their back of their t-shirt says, we only use the best grease for our spoons. I mean, it's a greasy spoon kind of place. 7 to 2 open every day. Beautiful place on the
We
inside.
tried to get a hat out of the fixed place.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was out. It said Biscuit Mafia.
That's what our name should be. The
And they had
Biscuit
They had
Mafia.
a camo biscuit mafia hat.
Oh.
I tried to trade the dude like Eric out of it in the kitchen, but I couldn't trade him out of it.
Gotta have steals.
I know.
Or steals or bills, one of the two. Which one you call it?
So,
Another reason this pizza is so good and it's going so well, y'all, is it's got this on it. That's that White Lightning double garlic butter. That's
Yeah.
one of Lotto's. That's one of his secrets is that all of his pizzas have got double garlic butter on.
well, you just gave it away. It was one of his secrets till now.
What was one of my secrets?
Double garlic butter.
Double garlic butter.
And this right here.
What's happening?
Oh, wow.
Y'all done fired? Y'all done shooting today?
No, we're still doing it. Yeah, you better try this pizza though before it goes.
I better get some of that pizza for
Before this one's gone, you need to try it.
Oh, now do I look like I need to try it?
It's brisket with like a mushroom specially spread on
That's
it.
a shirt.
It's so good.
That's a statement, baby.
Jeff, that one could be called the umami tsunami.
There you go.
I mean, that is just.
If you don't mind asking,
It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you where Jeff and I went to eat in Fort Worth, and it was pretty gosh darn good
Tell me,
too.
tell me.
Go ahead, tell me.
So on Friday, we went to Goldie's
Okay.
Barbecue.
Get
It's
out.
only about 15 minutes south of Fort Worth. It's
Okay.
no big
In the middle
deal.
of nowhere.
Now, you got to have a little bit of time. We did spend 2 hours in line, but it was worth it.
2 hours in line.
We did. It's not like Aaron Franklin's where you stand in line and then it's gone. You got to
Yeah.
get in line. They're only open from 11 to 3 on Friday,
I don't
Saturday,
know if I like
Sunday.
barbecue that much.
Well,
I,
it was
I know for a
brisket.
fact
I
you
mean,
don't.
It was that good. It was that good.
I can tell you I know.
But
Yeah.
it was
Now,
pretty
pizza?
amazing.
If I had to stand in a little line for that pizza, me, maybe.
I probably
It
would.
was-
If
I'm
you told me
telling-
that pizza was at the end of that line, I
Sausage
probably would.
was good. The
Sausage, we
coleslaw
had
was good.
coleslaw, brisket was amazing.
It's one of the best ones reputation wise, I know.
Yeah.
Goldie's, yeah.
Yes, and it's a simple drive, 15 minutes south of Fort Worth. Check it out if you got
All right.
time.
Shoot.
Shoot, just saying.
Was there nanner pudding up to par?
I didn't have any.
Come on.
I didn't have none.
I don't know that it was this good. I don't know that it could have been.
It's got to step pretty high to get up to that.
So that's pretty good. You got a lift kit on this truck for sure. But the weather was the only thing that was disappointing a little bit in Fort Worth. But
didn't
it all
bother me, actually.
it didn't bother you at all. Hey, and Sunday was beautiful.
Yes, it was. It was beautiful.
The Lord gave us a great day. God, that pizza looks good.
This is a special
Why
order
you
from
keep
Scott
coming this
Guy.
out?
Uh-oh.
What is
No
no onions?
Pepperoni, brisket, no onion.
Pepperoni, brisket, and bacon, no onion.
No onions.
Oh, all your favorite food.
It's everything.
So,
And again, we got to give credit to Stacey Cross. She, we split the championship, but it was.
If she was close, she'd be on the show.
That's exactly right.
yeah,
If she wasn't all the way in Georgia, she'd be here with us.
Get in there in front of you, Scott. Get her.
yeah. Hey, we tried to, I'm going to tell you, I don't know exactly when Mike Steele asked you to be on the show, but we kind of knew Chris Lytle was going to be on the show first.
Y'all were
Because,
first.
let me tell you, this is what he said. This is what he said. If I win, when I win, can I be on Old School?
He did. He did say
I'm
that.
serious.
I've never had
Hey.
an invite to Old School.
You always had an invite to Old School. You ain't never have to have.
But I'm just
not
telling
only-
you, we said he called it. He called it like 5 different ways.
Yeah. And
Not
I
just
can't-
one way.
Hey, I can't tell you the one way he called it. Because this is a family show. But
I don't remember all that.
But the one thing you did say, you said, when I win this, can I be on Old School? That is exact words.
That's strong.
So, he called it. He Babe Ruthed it for sure. So the shot heard round the world was Chris Lytle.
I never would have believed it.
I told this other old dude, and he goes, man, you ain't never just cooked one so good that you just knew it was a winner. I said, maybe once. And I said, and Scott Guy and Dusty Wiley were with me. We at the
Well, you told me
KCBS
this. He
championship.
told me this story.
we knew it was. We had a killer pork box, and we just like we didn't say it, but everybody we knew it was good.
Yeah.
But when we pulled out to park before
He
the
did back
awards,
it up.
one of the judges come out and said, "Man, we had some good food today." He said, there was this one pork box. Oh my God. He said, I knew we never had nothing like it before in life. And I looked at him. I said, did it look like 2 inverted pyramids? He goes, that was yours. He said, you're going to be happy.
He said you got it wrapped up and it wasn't even close.
Yeah, he said, that's what he said.
Well, look, I learned my lesson about calling my shot. I didn't call the shot, but there has been one other time that I went to stage pretty cocky and not cocky, but pretty confident that we were going to walk last and we were going to be grand champion. And well, we ended up second that day. And I promise you that day I'd have went to awards playing We're the Champions before we ever got there because I thought we had it.
Oh, I did too. I was over there smelling it and looking at watching it.
And after we talked about it, and after the judges saw it, I really thought that there wasn't no way anybody in that park was going to beat us that
I didn't
day.
think so either.
And we finished second. So it kind of humbled me a little bit more. And I thought, well,
A little.
when you're confident, that don't mean when you know you got a good product, that still don't mean you're going to win.
They don't.
And just because I said that day, I really didn't. I told Trish sitting in the seats after about what they call top 15 or top 25.
15, I think, for that one.
They called top 15, and I think they got to number 14. And I looked at Trish and I said, I'm not feeling it. We can go on back to the trailer.
It only took one number for him to knock him out. He's like, no, I ain't in it.
I ain't in it, baby. We can go on back to the trailer. But let's stay just in case Eric or one of the guys.
Yeah, that's right.
See, we done told him all day. Look, he picked the best steak of the weekend.
Yeah.
It was
The
pretty.
day before prelims, I had picked the holy grail of any steak that weekend of all of our people. Like there wasn't a prettier steak until he drew that one. He trimmed it up, and honestly, it was
Had like a halo around
I
it.
cooked the very first NCA contest there was.
Yeah.
That's the prettiest steak that I've ever seen put on a table at the SCA.
Dang.
The steak that he picked up.
And,
It was a perfectly marbled tri-heart with none of the thick lines through it. It was marbled perfect. And you honestly, the best, prettiest steak that I have seen on a table laid down by the SCA.
Yeah.
and when you got Eric Hodson and Tim Brown come in the trailer and looked at it, and when both of those guys are telling you
Don't
that's
screw
a
it
pretty
up, Chris.
steak, and I look at them and I say, are y'all telling me it's mine to screw up? They said, that's it.
That's it.
Just don't screw it up. So when those two are telling you that,
It was a perfect steak.
it boosts your confidence just a little bit.
What pizza did you get that?
Okay. Sir.
What pick were you to get that steak?
Whew.
You'll never
80,
Y'all
80.
won't never believe it, but I drew 81.
There could be a lot of people mad that
There-
they picked that steak.
There's 90. I think there was 96 in the finals. Is that right?
And then, it was 96. But on that table, you were like ninth or 10th pick, right?
Yeah, I was like 7th from last because when we drew our first steak and we come back through, I could see the table and I seen there were 8 tries left on the table, and I counted, and there were 7 people to draw a steak. So I
Yeah.
said, I'm gonna get 2 tries.
I'm going to get it.
I'm gonna get 2 tries, and I was excited about it. So I was 7th from last picking my steak pretty
Yeah.
much. And
Was that your second choice or your first?
no, that was my first choice. The steak I cooked was my first choice steak, and it was a good steak. I'm gonna while we're talking about that, I'm gonna commend Brett and Ken. They in the finals, and I guess I'm allowed to say this, but in the finals, they separated the steaks. They had talked to contestants or competitors early in the year, and what they did is they separated the tries. They put all the tries on one end of the table, and then all the spinalises on the other end of the table.
Really?
And then that way, basically, there was enough tries for everybody in line on their
They wanted
splits. They could get one, or they could have got one of the good spinalises. So the way they split those up, and Eric might say I'm wrong, but to me, I thought it was a really, really good thing for them to do, especially for finals. That way, everybody in line on their splits, they could get one, or they could have got one of the good spinalises. So the way they split those up, and Eric might say I'm wrong, but to me, I thought it was a really, really good thing for them to do, especially for finals. That way, it wasn't the steak that beat, it wasn't the steak that beat you. It was the cook. It was a cook that got you, that beat you.
Yeah.
That way you had your choice.
You had
of
your
steak.
full choice of whatever kind of steak you wanted to cook.
And then obviously, I guess because I was one of the two that tied for the world championship and was the winner. I think they handled how the tie went down.
Yeah.
Really, really well.
Yeah.
They gave us both a ring, or they're getting us both a ring. Miss Stacy got the trophy, the cooler, and the check, but they're gonna send me all three. Just because I've never won a big check before, and I want a big check.
That's right.
You can't cash it, but I just want to hang it on the wall.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're gonna send us all three of those, and then they took the money, but added them both up and split it.
Hey, there's you one. You can have it.
I can have Mark Lammers. I can have Mark Lammers. He's got 19,000.
He's already cashed in.
But I thought they handled that really well.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do it by a coin flip.
Now, did I hear this correctly? That
You got some white barbecue sauce.
that you're getting a like a special ring because it was the 10th anniversary?
I hadn't heard that. Is that real? Is that for
I
real?
thought I heard Brett say that, but I could be wrong now.
Me and Brett gonna fight.
I mean, I thought I heard that, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong.
They hadn't called me. He told me to call me that, sometime this
It
week.
might be the same
Yes,
one. I'm not
sir.
sure.
I know where that comes from.
I wouldn't turn it down either way, but
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm game with that.
yeah.
But I hadn't heard from them this week. They'll call me at some point. But that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Now you got me excited.
Well, I don't know. Don't be disappointed when it's not true. I just
Hey, look, Matto had diamonds put in his ring.
yeah.
Right? And then Lido's like, I'm gonna put some bling in mine. And I'm like, wait a minute here. I did not get this option.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let them get all their rings done, then I'm gonna take mine in and have it done.
That's right.
I gotta one up them somehow.
Or just get you another one and then you'll have two.
Well, I tried this.
Look.
time.
Do not tell him to do that because he told us at the MBBQA when he cooked his steak, he said, I'm going to go get that second hat. So that's where I learned how to do that from. I really didn't.
Yeah. I seen that steak. So when he said that, I went, "You got a good shot at it."
You would have seen the steak that he didn't cook.
Oh, the one he didn't drop.
The one that he didn't
I
drop.
wish I had that steak the other day.
He was that far from the rib.
He was that far from the rib, from winning ribs. Marcio beat him out by like 0.2 of a point. It was a good rib. It was a real good rib.
So yeah, if y'all don't know about the DD, that's a DeSoto County drop technique.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
It only works with Eric and Mark.
If you drop something in your competition, if
Cook
you
it.
drop your meat,
Cook
you
it.
gotta turn that piece in because it gonna win.
It gonna win. I turned in the ugly one. I threw down the Holy Grail. I threw down the steak that would have won this weekend, and picked up the one that I dropped, and it was a cold, ugly one.
He did.
He cooked it on the counter. He dropped it.
That's the only reason he cooked it.
Yeah.
There was more than just me, but several of us in.
Did you drop one this weekend?
I did drop one this weekend, but I didn't win with it.
You ain't from DeSoto County.
That's why I said.
If you had, there'd be a bunch of people throwing their steaks on the ground.
Yeah.
You can't be on purpose either. Let me
Nope.
tell you,
Well,
it's got to be
I'm gonna get
the
some
real
more-
deal.
I'm gonna get some real grease on my hands or something.
Hey, I didn't realize I dropped
I am
the
from
credit card.
DeSoto.
Said, did you just drop that steak? I said, ooh, I did.
Ooh, I did. Because I am from DeSoto County. I'm gonna see if it works. I'll probably end it.
Because we
Well,
had
it
just
worked.
talks about it.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. But
Over 350 steaks for sheepdogs too.
oh, I thought it was. Oh, yeah.
What you said?
I thought it was 280 something.
They got, well, we added some at the end.
Okay.
It's over
Okay.
350.
Cool deal.
That's why he was late picking up the Jambo
That's
Sunday
what-
morning because he was playing with somebody else.
Golly.
That's why they were almost big as that brisket taco.
All right. Well,
We almost won last time.
Lytle, we're wrapping up on our time. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Interject.
Nothing that I ain't already said. I mean, I You can't say thank you enough. Words don't say enough for Eric and Alan for the support that they give me.
That's right.
And Trish and the whole White Lightning team. But I mean, I feel like they go above and beyond for me. Again, we got to mention Trish. She got second place in the Cowtown Classic, which is that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
I was just excited to walk the aisle with her on that one than I was for the World Championship.
And you at that point you were the world champion, so you're like, I'm going up on stage. What they gonna do? Take my ring back?
Actually,
Just walk up there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He just busted up.
I'm going up there.
Alan, you got to take up on me on this one, buddy. I said no. Alan said, go up there and get your picture took.
Yeah, that's right. Go up there with your wife.
I wasn't going, and I said, that's her
You
time,
the
not
you
mine.
the world champion.
And he said, go get your picture took.
Yeah, he was like, moving on up. Go ahead, Weezy. Go ahead, Weezy.
You had that strut.
I did have that strut.
Yeah, you did.
Foghorn Leghorn.
But I was told I had
Well, I
that.
say here that boy. I say boy.
But again, boys night out there, you can't say enough about them. If you hadn't tried Southern Thunder, or if you're questioning Southern Thunder
Don't question.
And
White Lightning, I mean, you can't do no but White Lightning. But if you're questioning Southern Thunder, it was out for 2 weeks and they won a world championship. I'm just going to tell you, you want to make your steak taste a little better, be the king of the
or your
neighborhood,
brisket.
or your brisket,
Right?
or your brisket. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had on pizza.
Yeah.
Sweet Swine on Mine Distributing's got it. Y'all know where that's at.
.com.
.com. They got it. Try it.
If you're here local, we can pick it up.
Muddy Waters.
Big
Big Muddy Waters.
Not Muddy Waters. Big Muddy.
Big Muddy
Yeah,
Outdoors.
Big Muddy Outdoors.
Big Muddy Outdoors.
I listen to Muddy Waters.
I do too.
All right, cool. Cool deal. Well,
Let's talk about support. You
Let's
talk
do
about Eric and Alan, your board night out, and the whole crew supporting you. They support everybody in so many different ways. We're thankful for them. They sponsor Popsicles and Prayer with Old School.
Yep.
And so every time we get an opportunity to shout them out, we do, because they always standing right there helping Faith and Fires Ministry as well. So
that's right. And tonight was the only time that I ever heard Alan Smith say, Don't pull me to the side tonight. I'm out of checks. So, I knew he didn't have no money for me tonight, but that was the first time I've ever heard that. So I appreciate, all joking aside, Alan, Eric, all the boys night out, all the White Lightning team, wonderful people. And they just always there to say, hey, what can we help y'all with? And I appreciate y'all so much. Hey, Lytle, one thing. You know, I stand by world champion every week. 7-time world champion. It's good to stand by 8 world champions right here. You know, collectively. None of them have to be mine. It's all right. But, buddy, it was good to have you.
Enjoyed it.
And, man.
Thank you.
And I knew from the get-go you were going to be ready to go. And I mean, we had a good conversation, me and you, that day. And I think my personal thoughts of the Lord had it planned the whole time.
He's got everything planned, so you
That's
know he
right.
had that planned.
That's
I'll
right.
talk with him next year.
Hey, we'll ring you up.
Who this Chris guy was?
Yeah.
I just talk louder than I did.
Well,
I wish I had that red phone, but I got a phone.
yeah, that's right. That's right. We'll figure it out. I think we're gonna put a red phone inside the Faith and Fires trailer.
Yeah.
So we'll make it happen.
So if you speaking of Faith and Fires, y'all look at these. See that there apron? It is a dry duck canvas apron, and it's one of them that goes across the back and the back.
Not around your neck, but
It's got your Thermopin pocket and one for your Chris Lytle needs one because it's got a spot for your Sharpie so you can sign autographs.
yeah.
And it's got a little loop right
And
here.
you can put your ring up there so you can put gloves on.
Yeah. And then you got a hand warmer pocket and a pocket to put your gloves in.
Yeah.
So it's got all them, and it's got right up top, got Faith and Fires Ministries on it. So these aren't for sale, but you can get one if you just send us a picture or video or tag us in a post of you hosting Cook's Church somewhere, wherever, it don't matter. You just have to host Cook's Church at a cook-off somewhere and send us a picture, and we'll send you one of these awesome Faith and Fires dry duck aprons.
Yeah. I do have to give a few more shout outs. thank you to everybody that bought hats, bought shirts, picked up stickers, whatever. I have to thank Griffith Roasting Company out of Midtown Memphis for the wonderful coffee they provided.
Both of them.
And then another place I forgot to mention in Fort Worth, if you're ever around Fort Worth, Texas, and you stop at A&H Donuts on 7th Avenue, they make the best cronut I've ever had in my life. But nice man, provide us donuts every day. And he just, look, I called at 5:30. Thank you so much for calling. It's not racist, baby.
That's right. The field is
He's the one that asked you to vote.
Yeah, that's right. He's the one that answered the phone. I didn't.
I don't care nothing about a donut, but you give me a cronut and
But,
it's
all
on.
right, so we got in the truck, and Mark Lambert said, "Here, try this." And he took half the cronut, and he handed me a layer, like some layers of this top layer of this cronut, and it had just like a puddle of butter just right in there on it. And I took a bite, and I was like, well, this and Jesus has changed my life.
It's like you took it and just dipped it in butter and turned it over and handed it.
Yeah. And so I had a cronut every morning, at least a half of one. At least a half of one. But, man, them cronuts were good.
They were good.
The donuts all the way around. But thank you, everybody that donated. Thank you for everybody that bought T-shirts, bought hats. Speaking of which, we're going to have some more hats made. The camo hats were a big
And
hit.
small, non-big boy T-shirts.
Yeah, all them non-barbecue size T-shirts that we need for some reason.
Hey,
But
one,
ladies and children.
one more thing. Boys Night Out, The Shed, 3 Taxi Guys. 2 weekends from now, we're cooking down in New Orleans at Hogs for a Cause.
Yep.
Watch Facebook. We've got several raffles going on. If you like pistols, you like rifles. Got 2 sexy guns that's being raffled off. Fully engraved with. I hadn't seen them. I don't know what all it is, but I could imagine because I've seen the engraved stuff that Boys Night Out gets done, and there's nothing shabby about it. If you don't want to buy a raffle, there's several links online. Click on them, donate. It's all for the kids. It's all for pediatric brain cancer. We're trying to reach our goal, so just think about that while you're looking.
That's right.
I'll be there with you.
Tenfold.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, y'all know how we end it. And I want to say again, thank you for Chris and Trish for coming over here. And,
Thank you for having us.
and you're always welcome. This is your invite, Chris. Oh, write this down. You're always invited to Old School. All right.
From here,
All right.
evermore after.
From here,
Kind of like
evermore
my
after.
golden ticket.
Hear
I
ye,
always
hear
got
ye.
it.
There it is. Yeah. Just like you don't have to have an
No,
invite
that's
to
right.
the World Championships.
have pizza though.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you better bring that pizza.
We
up.
can handle that.
All right, cool deal. Well, let's bow our heads and we thank everybody for coming and watching. Our gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for this group of friends and family, Lord. Thank you for the time we've had, the fellowship. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for your grace and your mercy. Thank you for the gift of salvation, allowing your son to die for us, and you would do it just for us and just only one of us. Thank you for this experience. Thank you for these opportunities you give us, Lord. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank y'all so much again. We're going to come back next week, and we're going to do this. And we got to get another popsicle. We're going to get a picture with the champ with the popsicles. And I might have to eat 2 popsicles. Darn. Okay. All right. Hey, come back next week. We're going to have boudin gravy. We're going to have – we had plenty.
Oh, you got some.
Boudin gravy. Pork chop, seared pork chops. Sous vide pork chops from Compart Family Farms.
What do you say them in?
Probably a VacMaster.
Okay.
VacMaster immersion circulator.
Yeah, a VacMaster immersion circulator. And then we're probably going to have some buttery flip over biscuits. Yes, that's the plan. All right. God bless you. Love God and love people, y'all. And we'll see y'all later. Peace out. World champ.
Got that tire popsicle back there?
Yeah, we got.